Happy Wednesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Ali Kadri joins us. There's a new show on SBS called Swap. Ali has put together a group of people from very different religious, social, cultural backgrounds and had them live in each other's spheres for a while and had school kids share information with each other. What difference would this make to society? Huge, says Ali.
You announced that you're going in for surgery, not new bosoms or anything like that, but
I'm
hip
getting
surgery.
a Brazilian butt lift.
You're getting a new hoo-ha.
Yeah, Brazilian, but lifted here. I'm having a new hip put in.
And people, from famous people to Johnny on the street, all want to wish you well.
Love it. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's doubled down on her belief that, hey, I don't go to any events, she says, that start after 7 o'clock. It's too late for me. Wait to hear what she says about music.
And how much do we love Adam Lambert
He's joining us.
on this podcast?
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio. Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there. Jonesy and Amanda are here. It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. Happy International Women's Day to you.
Thank you. And I got sent some beautiful flowers from Flowers for Everyone yesterday
Nice.
for International Women's Day. They look beautiful in my
What was
lounge room at home.
in the bunch? Is there any peonies?
I'm not sure. There were roses and orchids. They were absolutely spectacular. Were there lilies?
I carried them down in the lift to your
You did,
car.
you did. They were just gorgeous, so thank you. International Women's Day. It means a lot of things to different women, and it should also mean things to men, because I think our economy and our lives and our families are better when women feel strong and safe. So let's embrace it all today.
I'm going to embrace me a woman.
And then there's that.
Oh, come
Are
on.
you going to be able to get through this day without being that guy?
But what guy? I love women. I think they're great.
That guy.
What do you mean?
We know. We're going to talk about International Women's Day throughout the show.
Funny, isn't it, rather than men and women, isn't it? When you really think about it.
Well, it's a good thing we're different, isn't it? I'm relieved, for starters.
Yeah, but isn't it funny? Like,
What do you mean by funny?
I just said when you think about it. When you really think about it, men and women.
Isn't it funny that there's 50-50?
Yeah.
Eventually society evens it up. Sometimes there might be more baby boys born in a year and then baby girls, but eventually it's kind of 50-50. And then all the people who are deciding for themselves as they grow up.
Indeed. These are the times that we live.
These are the times. Maybe some people are celebrating their first International Women's Day as women. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the party, pal.
That's right.
There you go.
So let's see if you can get through the day, Brendan, without mentioning I like hugging women or a good drying day, ladies outside.
You know what? It is a good drying day. The weather has been great. You could hang your washing out on the line
Men listening,
and it will be dry before you're finished hanging out.
I take great satisfaction in that, as I'm sure a lot of all kinds of people do.
I got home yesterday and harumped because my wife had the dryer on. I know.
40 degree heat. I can't breathe hearing that
just walked
story.
into the laundry. I went,
Oh, but you've got a clothesline, haven't you?
it's not really it's not a big, good clothesline.
But shouldn't you get a big, good clothesline?
Well, I've mentioned this a few
Why
times.
not? Why doesn't she want one?
Just,
What?
one
What
of
do you
those-
mean, Because she doesn't think it looks good?
Because it's International Women's Day, and I can't say anything about that.
But you can say things about International we're all going to hell in a handbasket globally warming day.
And the electricity bill, that's what I'm
Yeah.
worried about more than anything.
Yeah.
So dryers draw a lot of power.
Wow.
Yeah, so anyway, that's
That's for another
it's
conversation.
International Women's Day.
So we
I'll
say
bring
nothing.
That up I'll bring that up tomorrow
Yeah.
when it's Man's Day.
All our questions today for the Magnificent Seven are themed around women.
Great.
So, do you want to hear question one?
Please.
Who defined an entire literary genre, writing classics such as Pride and Prejudice?
Jam Nation.
Podcast. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. You can go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly. If you do that, Amanda will say.
Happy International Women's Day, because men can celebrate it too, because everyone's lives are better when women are uplifted, I think.
Happy woman, happy life.
Something like that.
But it's about getting question 7 right. Ron's in Helensburgh.
Hey, Ron, how are you?
Good, thank you.
All questions are about chicks today in the Magnificent Seven. Who defined an entire literary genre writing classics such as Pride and Prejudice?
That would be Jane Austen.
Jane Austen.
Who became Prime Minister in 2010, Ron?
Julia Gillard?
Yeah.
Correct. She was Prime Minister until 2013. Is that when Rudd took it back?
Yeah.
Confusing times then, weren't they?
That was confusing
You know, when you
times.
have an accident and the ambulance officer to see if you're okay says, who's the Prime Minister? For a long period of time, then
It's like
no one knew. Everyone was dazed.
A lot of ambulance officers thought everyone had concussion.
Yeah, that's right.
A leaf would fall on your head. Who's the Prime Minister? I don't know.
I don't know. Question 3, it's what's on the box, Ron?
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Oh, this will be a goodie. What TV show has this theme?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
So good.
Great song.
What's the show? Do you know, Ron?
Yep, that would be my favourite show, The Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
It was a great show.
Which of the Kardashian/Jenner children is the wealthiest? Is it A, Kim Kardashian, B, Kylie Jenner, or C, Kris Jenner? Who's the richest of them all?
I have no idea. I'd say Kylie.
It's not Kylie. Sorry
She
about that.
is a relative pauper. She's only got $700 million.
Oh, how embarrassing.
That is a disgrace.
That's from her Kylie Cosmetics as well as endorsements. And a TV show. What's her TV show?
I think it's...
Look at you pulling a face. You've got no idea.
No, I've just missed the cult of the Kardashians and
So,
I'm happy for
That's
it.
question 4. Which of the Kardashian or Jenner children is the wealthiest? Is it Kim or is it Kris, the mum?
Jam Nation.
We are at International Women's Day.
That's
and
where
we're
we're
into
at.
the Magnificent Seven. We find ourselves at question 4.
It's going to Vanessa in St Mary's. Hello, Vanessa.
Hi guys, how are you?
Happy Int Women Day to you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Which of the Kardashian or Jenners is the wealthiest? Is it Kim or is it Kris?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim is worth between 1.4 and 1.8 billion.
Whoa.
Does a lot of shapewear stuff. She's got a skincare line, obviously the television show. She's got a lot of endorsements, a lot of investments.
We spoke to her one time. She was quite nice.
She was very nice. She was, she was very personable. And whether we like it or not, there's the cult of the Kardashians continues.
If Kylie Jenner's worth $700 million, how much is Kris Jenner worth?
The mum is worth $230 million. She manages the children. She's got a home cleaning product. That's weird. As well as being part of that television show.
A range of bleachers.
Is it? For the bot?
does your sink and your bot?
Do you have to clean your sink with your bot?
That could be a thing. Which country was the first to give women the right to vote, Vanessa?
New Zealand.
It was New Zealand in 1893. Very progressive. Question 6. Which queen called herself the Virgin Queen as she says she married her country rather than a man?
Was it Queen Elizabeth I?
It was, Vanessa.
Which former Olympic swimmer who won 3 Olympic gold medals at Beijing in 2008 is on the latest cast of SAS Australia?
I would not have a clue, sorry.
Vanessa.
They announced the cast yesterday. We did make the aside that if she goes in the water, she might swell up because of her surname.
Yeah, because it's International Women's Day. Do you want to have another crack, Vanessa?
Oh, I don't have a clue.
Oh, Vanessa, I'm sorry.
Wayne's in Blaxland.
Hello, Wayne.
Good morning.
The cast of SAS Australia was announced yesterday. Do you know who the former Olympic swimmer is? She won gold medals at Beijing. We did say that because of her surname, she has to be always careful because she might swell up in the pool.
Yes, I actually do, because it's one of my favourite shows. It's Stephanie Rice.
Stephanie Rice.
Oh, you like SAS Australia? I like it too.
I do.
It's good to watch. I like Ant Middleton.
Oh, Ant Middleton.
You
So,
soft-bellied celebrities.
did you see that comedy show that takes the mickey out of all the TV shows?
Oh, yeah, that's great. We interrupt this broadcast.
So good.
I
Did
watched
you-
it last night.
They had a go at SAS Australia called Who Shouts Wins. And he's yelling, hurry up, and he's just yelling at the microwave.
Congratulations to you, Wayne. You've won the jam pack. It's all coming your way. $200 to spend at Christopher Hanna Hairdressers, Sydney's best premium hairstylists and colourists. In-season passes for you and 3 friends to film the film Living, which is starring Bill Nye in cinemas from March 16. You'll be able to get the tribe together, mate. And Jonesy and Amanda character choose, fitted colour and some Staedtler pencils. Anything you'd like to add there, Wayne?
No, except thank you very much. I'm glad I've changed over to this station because I like you guys. So
where were you before, Wayne?
I don't know whether I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, just say it.
No, I was over at Triple M and I can't handle them. Okay. You guys are so much better.
We love that you've come to us, Wayne.
Handle.
And look, we're rewarding you with gifts, so now you have to stay.
Yeah. No, you.
Well, I'll take them graciously. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne.
Right, and he has taken
one at
them
a
graciously.
time. We're going to get him, Brendan. Going to get him.
We'll get him.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Let's get this over with.
Are we ready? Pay attention because I do not want to have to fail you.
Thumbing through our Jalmanac, it's our big book of musical facts. On this day in 2016, AC/DC postponed the rest of their current US tour after singer Brian Johnson was warned he was going deaf. The band posted a statement on their website saying doctors had advised Brian to stop touring immediately or risk total hearing loss. Last year, Bry opened up about it on BBC Radio with Matt Everett, who asked him about this.
What's life without sound for you? What's life without music for you? Did all that go through your mind?
Yeah, well, it's worse than that. You get into your motor car and you can't tell who's singing the song. You can't tell the song. It's just this noise.
Right.
It's horrible.
What kind of noise? Like white noise, or what is it?
No, just a music-y noise. But you don't know what key it's in. You can't hear who's singing it. You can't tell if it's Paul McCartney or Mick Jagger. It's a horrible grey area. I think I called it a murderous silence.
He's in the car. He can't tell the music from the ads. He wouldn't know what he was listening to.
You high-powered compact remover. It's a beautiful mover.
Use any excuse to play this.
Compact does more than beat. It also cleans. It also sweeps and brushes right to the edge.
Where's it, Bry?
Right to the edge. Changing a bag as easy as ABC. The new high-powered compact mover. It's a beautiful mover.
It's his star's turn. That was one of his greatest things before he started in the band. Yeah. I think he should have not even worried about joining AC/DC.
Just sung jingles for the rest of his life.
Just done jingles instead of this.
Oh, how good's this?
Jam Nation.
Yesterday, you dropped the news that you're going for your second hip replacement. You got one back 11 years ago.
About 11 years ago. That was my left hip. I was born with vague slight hip dysplasia, which was never picked up. So my left hip was bad.
If they picked up the hip dysplasia, what would have they done to little baby Amanda?
Well, I don't know. I think there was lots
put you
of
in a little
therapies.
cast?
Well, maybe. I don't think I was that. Or maybe, look, I don't even know. But I know that babies are tested now for clicky hips or hip dysplasia.
Yeah, right.
And I don't think anyone picked it up because I was walking what appeared to be normally, but slightly must have been off kilter.
Yeah.
Because my left hip went from great to mush very quickly, and my right hip now is going the same way. So as daunting as major surgery is, and I know that orthopedic surgery is like carpentry, full on, but I'm looking forward to how I'll feel the other side of it. And I want to get my fitness back. And I want to, be able to, as I said, walk the dog. It's funny, last time when I had it done, I remember thinking and saying that I wanted to, Jack was still young enough to sit on my lap and it hurt my leg. And I wanted to have my hip fixed before he was too old to want to sit on my lap again. Now, if he sat on my lap, he'd probably break both of my legs. He's massive.
Go bungee jumping?
See, this is...
After you got your hip replacement?
This is where I think I've done myself some disservice. The first one was so successful, and I knew that I had to be careful with it. I knew I couldn't ski in case I fell over. I knew I couldn't be tackled in a rugby game, for example. But I was in New Zealand with the family, and Jack and I every day watched people do a bungee jump from a flat landing.
Yep.
So I thought you jumped like a baby in a romper and you landed upright. So by the fourth day we said, we can do that. I know. No one does. No one does.
One doesn't like that.
So instead, went head first. And about 6 months later, my back was sore, everything started going downhill, and I probably did myself a disservice.
Curse you, extreme sports.
Oh, what an idiot.
Only you would think a baby.
Idiot.
What, hang you a baby in a romper.
That's how I pictured.
They give you a rusk and a lie down afterwards.
Oh, I'd have paid anything for that.
People are concerned. Famous people are concerned.
Are they?
They've tweeted us, Daryl Braithwaite.
What's my boyfriend?
I hope you are okay, Amanda, and make a gentle recovery with not too much pain. Love, Daryl.
Oh, he's
Kissy,
lovely.
kissy.
Thank you, Daryl.
Leo Sayer.
What's Leo saying?
So sorry to hear that, Amanda. Best wishes for a full and speedy recovery, Leo Sayer.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Overseas people, John Demonicus. He's listening from Pennsylvania.
Oh, hello, John. I love that.
Enjoys the show every day. I know your medical team will do everything that can get you back to the best health.
Thank you.
People that have been in the same boat. Carmen writes, good luck, Amanda. I've had 2 hip replacements, one back in 2013 and one back in 2021. Different sides, of course. My last one was done robotically and was less invasive, and the healing time was much quicker. I reckon I was driving within 4 weeks. Probably best that you don't get driving as soon. Maybe.
I was going to drive home from the hospital.
Maybe take some
Road
time.
hog.
Kathleen Clark writes, all the best, Amanda. Speedy recovery. You have a good friend in Brendan.
Oh.
I couldn't help laughing at his comments. You're lucky he's not a surgeon. It's like, look at them all. These are all I'll give you all those. These
thank you,
people
everybody.
love you.
And I appreciate your thoughts, and I appreciate the warm hug that goes with them. Thank you, everybody.
People are calling through. Brian of MacArthur is with us. Hello, Brian.
G'day, Jonesy. How are you? How are you, Amanda?
I'm well, Brian. Have you had this surgery?
Unfortunately, yeah. I must say that was about when I was 36 years old. Now coming on to 60. Mm-hmm. But mine was through just general physical bashing my body around, that sort of thing. And but the problem I had was that at that age, I was no one wanted to do it. No one wanted to touch me.
Yeah.
You know, and I was in hospital a couple of times, getting pumped with morphine just to say, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And through the reluctance of doctors and things like that, you know, a bit of issues happened within the hospital that no one wanted to touch me. And then I had this nice surgeon that had actually come through, heard the story on the day that there was a big kerfuffle at the hospital because, you know, all they did was pump with morphine. He came in, looked at me and just said, we can't let you live like this, because I've been going with it for a couple of years. And, and within 2 weeks, he took me in, did the first one, and then he said, look, we're going to do the other one about 6 to 8 months later. And, true to his word. And this was through the public system as well, so it wasn't actually through private. And it was, and the things that I realised I was saying, what you're going through is, I know exactly what the pain's like, and it just controls your mind as well, because you become depressed and things like that. Couldn't do the simple things with kids. And then, did the second one about 8 months later, and 23 years later, I'm still going fine. So
what you say is so interesting, Brian, because the thinking used to be that it wouldn't last you your lifetime.
Yeah.
And so because they have to take a bit of bone each time, they didn't want you to have too many, so they would try and delay you having it, but which meant you lived in crippling pain. The new way of thinking is you're too young to live like this. You're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Let's end this pain for you.
You got to go bungee jumping.
So, Brian, yes,
good on you, Brian.
It changed your life, I'm sure.
He gave me my life back, my surgeon. He was fantastic. And, and now I do all the things I was doing now. I still go to the gym every day. I still train. I still do everything, heavy lifting, and I don't have a problem. And it's 23 years later. They did say it was going to be 10 years. So, but, true. And what Jonesy said, I must say, I don't often agree with Jonesy, but anyway, to this one, he said, what was it, lotion is...
Motion is lotion.
Don't agree with him.
That's me.
That's what my doctor said.
No,
so don't let him
I
take
came up with that.
But
so
that's
jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, he is. My doctor had said that's your therapy, is to keep moving.
Keep moving. And I'll be there, Brian. Don't you worry. I'll be there every step of the way with Amanda.
Sure.
I will be there.
Brian, I appreciate your call. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thanks very much. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Brian.
These are the thoughts. Maybe I should move into the hospital with you just to make sure everything's okay.
I've got enough anxiety around this.
I'll just be there sitting. In those movies where...
No one sits in there.
There's someone that sits in the chair.
Like Dr. Kevorkian, I'd rather in the room than you.
There's me sitting in the chair next to you. Are you okay? And I'm just always tending to your fevered brow and looking after you.
No, it's not going to happen.
I'm happy to wash your bum. If you need it done, and I will not say a word. I will be like...
It's not happening, Brendan.
There'll be no comments. There'll be just, okay.
I think you're getting off on that. Okay. I think you are. I know what I'll say. I'm fine, but the person in the third bed down needs some help. I'll get you to do theirs.
If you want me to wash someone else's bum, I will. Just point me in the direction.
Thank you, Brian, and everyone for your concern.
Jam Nation.
Well, we all know we live in a time where the world seems very divided in every facet of political debate. Friends are turning against friends, family members are falling out over individual beliefs. But a show coming to SBS looks to try and turn that around in a trailblazing social experiment. It's called The Swap, and it follows what happens when 12 students and families from very different cultures and religions and backgrounds are thrown into each other's worlds. The man behind this extraordinary new show is Ali Kadri, and he joins us now. Ali, hello.
Ali.
Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Jonesy. How are you guys?
We're very well, thank you.
So what's the premise? Tell us how you've gone about this.
Look, the idea came to me because I was talking to one of my former students, and being born, studied all her life in an Islamic school, she said the biggest concern she had when she graduated was how she's going to talk to the non-Muslims when she comes across them in university. And it clicked in my head that, we are in a multicultural community, we are in a multicultural country, but sometimes we all grow up in our silos. So, it's important to break those silos when you're young so the stereotypes don't foster, and we have the confidence to talk to people who are different than us, who we disagree with, but can build respectful and healthy friendships.
Mm-hmm. And with this, you've got 6 Muslim families, 4 Catholic families and 2 atheist families, and over the school term you all swap around and live each other's lives.
How do you go about that? Do the kids stay living with their own families?
Yeah, the kids stayed with their families. They just swapped the schools. They went to each other's school for that part of the term, and they studied as if a student from that particular school will study. Also, the families met each other over dinner and got to know each other during the course of this time.
And what were some of the results? I mean, in a Disney world, we'd all go, how wonderful. They all had these incredible insights into each other. In the real world, is that what happened?
Look, there were ups and downs. I mean, there were differences they had to confront, some very minor, some quite big, and there were also some good stories out of it, like good friendships which were formed and which till today survive.
So this was an experiment on a small scale. Could this be done on a bigger scale in terms of actual life and rather than just an experiment for a TV show?
I think so. I think it should be done. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, simple things. These are Australian kids. They're going to grow up in Australia, which is a very diverse and a multicultural nation. And if they don't get to know their fellow Australians, if they don't understand that, you can be different and you have to respect each other's differences, then we will not have a healthy society. We'll have a multiple single societies in a big country, and that's not good for us.
No, break out of the bubble.
It should be done. Exactly. It should be done. It should be done more across the country, and I'd love to see this as a part of curriculum.
And some of the difficulties, like, say, a Catholic school kid getting put into a Muslim school during Ramadan, how does that all manifest?
Oh, look, I think that I'll give you a little snippet without giving too much of it. And so one of our students went to a Catholic girls' school, and it was it was afternoon prayer time. She had to pray, and before we pray, we do ablution, so we wash our feet and hands and stuff. So she had to wash her feet in a sink because there was no facility in that school. So some of the other girls started giving her eyeballs and looking at her weird. Her buddy Eliza stood guard and gave eyeballs back to protect her friend.
Oh, so that's cool.
So her new buddy, you mean?
Yeah, her new buddy, from that school.
Yeah.
And that was just in a friendship of 2 weeks. They understood each other, and they felt the need to protect somebody else's right to practice faith.
And this is why Australia should be all around the world, because I think that's what we do really well as Australians.
Well, we don't always.
Yeah, but I think once we understand a situation, no matter who you are, Muslim, gay, whatever, everyone, once you meet someone of a certain persuasion, you instantly have empathy for what that person goes through. Do you find that?
Look, I think we do, but John, there's still a lot of places where there is biases, and you see that all the time. Against all sorts of differences. You hear that from sometimes quite influential people when they come up and mock Muslims in a parliament house. We've seen that before. We've seen some politicians making outrageous statements. We've seen some casual racism on the street. We've seen Islamophobia, homophobia, all sorts of ills in our society as well. So I think it's important that we keep on watering this tree of unity. and it will grow into something beautiful and make sure that the weeds of hatred are never going to come near it.
I love it. There's a lot of metaphors there. Water the tree of unity so it doesn't grow into hatred.
Love it.
I love it.
This is going to be an amazing show. It's called The Swap. It premieres tonight at 8:30 on SBS and SBS On Demand.
Ali Kadri, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Doing it for the gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram is here. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. 60 seconds is a hell of a lot of time too, so don't panic. If you get all the questions right, you get $1,000.
But then it gets interesting. You can take that $1,000 and just rack off and enjoy your life. Or if you answer one extra question, you can double your money.
$2,000.
$2,000. But if you get that question wrong, you get nothing, I'm afraid.
There's got to be some jeopardy. And John of Richmond understands this. Hello, John.
Morning, Jonesy. Good morning, Amanda.
Hello, John.
Looking at these questions, John, I would say that you'll get this easy peasy.
Don't jinx, John.
I'm just looking at these questions, and they're as easy as anything.
Okay, John. Well, we have 60 seconds. We have 10 questions, as Jonesy said. You can pass as often as you like. So if you don't know something, if you don't want to risk it, because if you're wrong, you're out. So take your time and pass, and we'll come back if we can.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's see if we can get you some money, John. Here we go. Question 1. What do you call the glass-like surface that shows us our reflection?
A mirror.
Question 2. Which organ pumps blood around the body?
The heart.
Question 3. Today is International what day?
Women's Day.
Question 4. Ronald McDonald is a mascot for which fast food restaurant?
McDonald's.
Question 5. Who wrote the Harry Potter series?
J.K. Rowling.
Question 6. Ned Flanders is a character in which cartoon TV series?
The Simpsons.
Question 7. Max Verstappen is famous for what?
Pass.
Question 8. A Rolex is a brand of what?
Watch.
Question 9. Someone who chooses not to eat meat or animal products is known as?
A vegan.
Question 10. Leonardo da Vinci is the artist behind which mysterious painting?
The Mona Lisa.
Let's go back to question 7. Max Verstappen is famous for what?
Motor racing.
Yes!
Whoa.
John.
Sell the drama much?
Oh, John. That's it. $1,000, John. Take a breath.
You just take a breather, mate. You can just take your $1,000 and you can just go away if you want.
Or, John, we have one further question. Same calibre as those questions, nothing tricky. One further question, double your money to $2,000, but if you get it wrong, you don't get the $1,000.
I came here for 2,000.
Did you? Let's do it.
I was about to say, if you don't get this, I would cut my hair in a Josh Adokar mullet. So I don't have to do that now. You'll get this so easily, John.
Don't jinx him. All right, John. And we don't. You can't take 1,000 hours to answer this. We need an answer pretty quickly.
But you will get this.
For $2,000, John, arachnophobia is a fear of what?
Spiders.
Yes!
There it is. He was just toying with us the whole time. And I don't have to get a Josh Adokar mullet because it's the worst haircut in the world.
Is that the skullet?
Have you seen the one he's got? It's
Is it
the
a
worst
skullet?
haircut ever. Anyway, it's not about Josh Adokar. It's about John.
John, congratulations. $2,000.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
You did it, John.
Fantastic, John. Excellent. Well, we're going to play again tomorrow.
Jam Nation.
I was making lunch yesterday. I just made myself
What'd you make?
I made myself a wrap. Just put some
Like a
stuff in a
wrap?
wrap. They have some tuna. That's not the details. But anyway, all right, they are the details. Little tin of tuna.
Yep. Serena?
Some lettuce. Oh, I can't remember.
Has it got the olive oil or just the water?
It was just the water. And I had some lettuce. You were going to pull a face of this, some cottage cheese. Yeah, no, not your face. I wasn't making it for you. Had all the condiments out, made it. And I couldn't eat it until I'd put all the condiments away in the fridge. And I just noticed my behaviour and I thought, I've become that person. I never thought I would be that person.
The put away person.
I'm 61 and that feels like not necessarily just a grown-up thing to do, but a not me thing to do. I've always been a bit of a, whatever. But now I can't sit and enjoy that. unless that's been put away. I have become the person that goes out to check the washing on the line when it's halfway through, just go, oh, it's got a bit more to go. And I'll turn my T-shirts upside down like my mother used to do, so they dry evenly and things.
Really? Is that the thing?
I've become that person. My mother used to pin the T-shirts. You'd flop the top bit over the top and pin the armpits so you didn't get peg marks on the bottom of the T-shirt. I've become that person.
You become that person.
I never thought I'd be that person.
Yeah.
Has it ever happened to you?
Yeah, I've got a confession to make. I actually lately just enjoyed taking out the garbage and getting all the recycling in order and becoming... And someone was around and they just threw a can in the bin. You know,
the actual bin.
The actual.
What, the actual bin?
And I went, what are you doing? What year is it? What are you living in 1982? The recycling. Yeah. I've got a bunch of, and Helen said to me, "You're getting a bit OCD with the bins." So I've got, those round black bins that you get from Bunnings. I've got one called the can bot bin, where I put cans and bottles
full to the brim.
Yeah, and then I've got the paper bin that just takes paper and stuff.
But they both go into the same recycling bin.
They do, but what I do is I put all the paper down the bottom.
Why? So the neighbours can't hear how much bottles go in?
No, because there's a guy that comes round and he collects all the bottles out of the thing.
Right, okay.
And one day I was watching this guy fishing through the bin. I said, mate, I tell you what, I've got a heap of cans of bottles. He goes, are you kidding me? And I said, no, I'll just put them in.
But to save him going through it all.
I'll put it all on the thing and, so we got a deal.
But did you ever think you'd be that person? When you were younger, do you think that's for other coots, not me?
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm not that coot.
I'm not that coot.
But now I am.
You're that coot.
I've become a coot.
Well, the tribal drum's going to bring beat for, I've become that person.
What kind of monster have I become?
Have you become the person that yells at other people's children at the shopping centre? And you go, oh, my God.
Oh, no, I've been that person since I was 12.
Actually, you've been...
I've been yelling at everyone.
You yelled at yourself when you were younger.
I once told a kid, there's a kid just sitting outside my house on a skateboard. I said, what are you doing? Nothing. I said, well, do it somewhere else.
Dreadful.
Well, when I was a kid, you get yelled at by older guys all the time.
And now you're that person.
Yeah, but your kids, no one, we can't upset the little ones. No. Might ruin
you're
their self-esteem.
Holding on to the era where you can yell at people for no reason.
When I was a kid, you'd be walking down the road and a bloke go, what are you blokes doing? And you go, oh, nothing. Well, come and move some bricks. That's what would happen.
He was a thief and you were stealing them.
Come and move. You didn't question it. You just went, okay, sure.
I've become that person.
Jam Nation.
I've become that person.
I've become the person that if I've got tin of tuna and a this and a that on the table, I can't eat anything until it's all been cleaned up, put in the fridge, and then the flies have attacked my lunch. That's the order of events.
I went for a ride with a few fellas a couple of weeks ago on motorbikes, and one mate was next to me and his bike was just too loud. And I used to love loud because loud pipes save lives, but he was next to me and I was, oh man, I'm just going to have to slow down or speed up. I just can't sit next to you. It's too loud.
You've become that person.
I've become that guy. It's too loud.
Yeah, so that's what the tribal drums are beating for. I've become that person.
What kind of monster have I become?
Felicity has joined us.
Felicity, what kind of monster have you become?
Good morning. Happy International Women's Day.
Yes. And to you.
Thank you. And this is quite sad because I'm only in my 30s. But I have become the sort of person, I call the police at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night if someone's party's too loud.
Oh, Felicity, I don't do that.
I've got 2 young children and ain't nobody poking that bear. I do not like them being woken up. So if someone's party's going, I am become, and it's really sad, but I have become that person.
Did you used to be the person that was at the party?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it gets to 10 o'clock and instantly, are you on the phone straight away or do you wait a little bit?
I mean, look, it depends. I'll wait a little bit, but if you can sort of tell that it's picking up, the music starts to change, it starts to get that kind of house music beat going, you know that they're not going to stop anytime soon.
Like you've got that Eurotrash music playing like an oligarch's moved in next door. You go, what the hell is
when
that?
When the Carpenters are off and it gets into the house music, you know it's time to phone the police.
When the Carpenters are off.
Thank you, Felicity.
Garth has joined us. Hello, Garth.
Hello, how are you?
Great, mate.
You've become what person, Garth? What's happened?
When I was younger, my parents used to drag us, all our kids, off to church every Sunday morning, and we'd go past the lawn bowls place. We'd all say, look at those stupid old farts out there in their whites playing a little stupid little game. Years later, here I am, vice president of a bowls club.
And there's kids walking past you going, look at those stupid old farts playing. It's just a circle of life.
It is the circle of
and
life.
I feel like stupid old farts playing in this sort of weather.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Garth, I went past the local bowling club the other day and I just saw them all gathered together and I thought, they look like they're having fun.
They're probably finding out whose shout it was.
Yeah, well, that could be it. But we've also said this, Brendan, that we look at the ads for those European river cruises and we go, oh, that looks nice.
Right.
We've become those people as well.
Wearing high-waisted chinos.
That's nice.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Listen up, people. Fasten your seatbelt.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hello there. I've become that person is what we're talking about.
I become the person that can't sit and enjoy anything I've cooked unless everything from the counter is put back in the fridge or it's in the bin. I used to sneer at those people.
Yep.
I've become one.
I've become that person that just itemises all their recycling pretty much. I've got separate bins now, like many, not just the yellow, red bin situation. I've got a series of other bins for all different stuff.
I've become the person that will go out to the clothesline and turn the towels upside down halfway through the drying experience so that it dries evenly. Who is that?
I've become the person that started pulling weeds out of the garden. And that's something I never thought I would do.
Tribal drum is beating for I've become that person.
What kind of monster have I become?
Kim has joined us. Hello, Kim.
I can relate to all of what you're saying because I'm doing all those things. But I am actually going out to the line because my husband will put the washing on and I'm going and rearranging it because he puts it on where there are going to be peg marks on everything and I'm going to have to iron the wretched things.
Yeah.
So I go and rearrange it and I'm doing the same with the kitchen and the bathroom. I just got a new kitchen and bathroom on and I can't bear to see a crumb on the bench. I've got to wipe it off straight away.
And did you never used to be that person?
I didn't used to be that bad, no.
Yeah.
Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
And with the kitchen bench, I used to just get my hand and just go and swinch it all onto the floor.
I still do that sometimes.
Do you still do that?
Not
don't
with
do that.
tuna. Only with some
the crumbs. Crumbs are, what are crumbs? Crumbs are crumbs.
Crumbs are food for the dog.
Yeah.
That's why I have
we
a dog.
don't have a dog, but I used to just...
And
like
not
that.
now?
No. Now I get like a Wet-Ex and get that all wet.
Yeah. And now
put
you
in the
do it
sink.
properly.
What's happened to me?
What has happened to you?
Thanks, Kim. Anne has joined us.
Hello, Anne.
Good morning.
Who have you become?
I've become that person that when you're in a restaurant and someone, either at your table or not at your table, leaves a bit of meat or gristle or something, I want to take it home for the dog. So I collect it, wrap it in a serviette and take it home for the dog.
You're putting food in your bag.
My family are appalled because my dad used to do it and we used to laugh at him and get embarrassed, and now I do it because
there's a certain loss of dignity that comes with that.
I was on a plane and I grabbed the little milks, the little milks.
Yeah.
I thought, these will be good. I'll have these little milks in case we run out of milks. And I walked off the plane with a pocket full of milks. Yeah. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, you're that person.
I'm that person.
Yeah, it's going to happen to all of us.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms to the pub test today. Guests helping with the dishes. Does that pass the pub test? I would think that's kind of nice.
I know.
People are helping you out.
Wouldn't you think? How great that the dishwashers are done. The dishes are done. The dishes maybe have had a cycle in the dishwasher before everyone goes. But that's not always the case. This was an advice column in the Washington Post, the Miss Manners column. And the question was, I enjoy entertaining in my tiny apartment. My kitchen's very small and counter space is limited. There's room for one person, no place to set dirty dishes. I have my own system for clearing up, which takes me a few minutes. Every time I get up to clear the table for dessert when I have people over, my delightful friends jump up to help. Despite my best and diplomatic efforts to explain the above, they insist on helping by bringing stacks of dishes and food platters into the kitchen. I have no place to put them until I'm ready. So they were asking what to do, and Miss Manners has said, well, it's like helping the little old lady across the street but going in the wrong direction. Maybe you just need to say, look, thank you, can you keep those on the table until I'm ready? Thank you so much. But there are some people who want to jump up and help.
Sure.
When we have book club, it's held at someone's place every time.
This is
different
the BBB.
person. The Booze and Bitchin' Book Club. Held at a different person's place. And it's understood, therefore, that because we're all girls, we get it. We get up, stack the dish. Well, that's part of the deal. You relinquish control in your own kitchen. But when it's a dinner party, I think that's a different story. I usually just stack everything and say, leave it, I'll deal with it later, because you don't want everyone to sit there. Everyone can see our kitchen from the dining table. So I don't want to sit there and do the dishes while everyone's watching, but I don't want a break in conversation where everyone has to come over to the kitchen and do the dishes. So I say, leave it all there and I'll deal with it later. How does it work in your house?
I've worked in a commercial kitchen, a couple of commercial kitchens, and what I've always been fascinated with is how chefs work. And when I'm with people like Matt Moran or Miguel Maestre, they clean as they go. So you've got a situation, but what you need is an ally that understands where you're coming from.
One of the guests or your partner?
Yeah, so my son's girlfriend, Zoe, she's really good because what she does is we're in sync. She'll get the plate and she'll go, right, okay. So we, because some people, they'll get all the plates and the knives and forks and just stack them on top of each other. That doesn't help. That just makes it more...
My point is, do you do it while people are there?
Yeah, but we do it really discreetly. We're like a little duo.
And you can still hear the conversation.
Yeah, no one
you're
even
not in a separate
notices.
room.
So we'll just sit there. She'll pass me the plate. I scrape it, and then I'll take it to the kitchen. Then we've got a little pile of plates with knives and forks in the sink, and it's all done. And then the dishwashing, packing. It's all in stages.
Yeah, it's in stages, but sometimes guests can throw out your staging.
Yeah. Like, as I said, if someone gets a plate with a knife and fork and a serviette on it and then stacks them all on top of each other.
Or comes and stands next to you while you're trying. You would
people in
hate
the
that.
kitchen.
You would hate it.
I almost stabbed my mother and my auntie because they don't understand.
Right.
They come into the kitchen.
Wanting to help.
No, but they don't help because they come in with advice or, can I get some ice for my drink? And you're in the middle of doing stuff. So just get out of the kitchen when you cook at your house.
I think we've scratched
when you cook at your house. When someone cooks at their house, I keep the hell away. Unless they ask. If they say, can you help me with this? You go, yeah, sure.
Well, let's see what you think. Guests helping with the dishes. Does it pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Yes, International Women's Day. And lots of work still to be done.
What can I do for you?
Well, stories about, women overseas, girls fighting for education, fighting for lives, for livelihoods. But so much stuff still to be done here in terms of family violence, in terms of super pay gap, in terms of pay gaps, all that kind of stuff. But lots of women are saying very moving and interesting and powerful things in the last couple of days. I was really taken with Jessica Rowe, who said this yesterday.
Let me take you back quite some years ago when I was a news presenter at Channel 10 in Sydney. Now, I was reading the 5 o'clock news along with a male co-host. This was a job that I ended up doing for 10 years. When I first started this job, yes, I was junior. I didn't have the experience that my co-host had, so I knew I had things to learn. But let's fast forward the clock. 6 years later it was, and I still was not able to read what we call the main news story. That is the first news story that you will hear when you switch on the TV news. It was always my male co-host's job to do that. Come on, 6 years into the role, I think it was time for me to really have my turn, so to speak. So I said to my boss, why is it that Ron gets to read the lead news story and I don't? He said to me, well, lovey, that's because Ron's a man and you're a woman. I wrote that down and then I decided to go to HR department. And they tried to laugh it off. Oh, he's joking. I said, no, he's not joking. I said, if you look across the entire network, not one woman reads the lead news story. The HR department didn't even know this. And so I went away, read the news that night. The next day, my boss came to me and he said, you're going to be reading the lead news story. I was like, yes, this is a win.
You're watching the 5 o'clock news.
My male co-host wouldn't talk to me for probably about 6 weeks because he thought I was being uppity. I didn't care though. For me, that was a battle worth fighting. And from that day on, every woman on the 10 network got their chance to read the lead news story and they alternated it with their male co-host. So that is why it is so important to call out discrimination when you see it, but also more importantly, to do it when you have the power.
Impressive, isn't it?
You don't even think about that stuff.
No, well, and keeping this in the media for a moment, Lisa Miller, an incredible journalist.
On the ABC.
A very impressive woman. She does breakfast TV on the ABC. She cops trolling like you wouldn't believe for her clothes, for her so-called bias. Both sides accuse her of bias, etc. But this week it was particularly terrible about an outfit she'd worn. And the ABC pretty much did an extraordinary thing of calling it out. They often do call it out, but they're calling out other media outlets who have contacted the ABC under the guise of pretending that they're concerned for Lisa, but use this as an excuse to republish the abuse. As the ABC says, giving anonymous social media bullies publicity on a national platform is participating in perpetuating antisocial behaviour. Very serious issue of online abuse of women, especially on the eve of International Women's Day. Please be more responsible. Michael Rowland, her on-air colleague, has said, enough of the abuse comments about Lisa Miller and other female presenters. Enough of amplifying the bullying by republishing offensive comments. Do better. That's a call out to the media. Also, I follow Brooke Shields. She has a platform called Beginning is Now. This is for women who are probably over 50 and looking for we talk about the third act of their lives. And this is something that I saw yesterday, what the mental load of women can look like. You should have just asked, tell me what to do and I'll do it. I don't know what needs to be done. I can do it if you leave me a list. You never asked. These are the things women get told if they say, why didn't you do something? This is in your domestic scenario at home or maybe at work. But the mental load is often referred to as worry work, and it more often than not, falls on the women's shoulders. A mental load is about being the one in charge of having to do the never-ending list of to-do items, remembering what needs to be done, delegating the tasks, and it is exhausting. The comments that this got was so interesting. This is one I saw. My husband and I spoke about that. We had a friend who spoke about changing a doorknob in his home one Saturday. How in the time it took him to complete the project, his wife had completed 47 other jobs, had kept the kids out of the way because he was working on a big project. They admired the work he'd done on the doorknob. For some reason, that episode resonated with my husband, who vowed not to be doorknob needy. He stepped up and took over this is the thing, the infrastructural work of our family, not just the one-off projects. Someone said with their husband, my husband's world is small, mine is big. I live in the wheel's axis. He gets to luxuriate in one or two spokes. So when I ask him to take the dog out when I'm dealing with so many other things for so many people, the last thing I want to hear is, I did it last time. So this is just a call out to men. There's nothing more attractive to your partner than you doing something unprompted, than you looking around and seeing something that needs to be done and just doing it. Because women do the worry work. They take the mental load and it increases burnout. It really, really does. So on International Women's Day, they're just some of the things we can be thinking about.
There you go. Anything I need to do for you around here?
I'll let you know, Brendan, but don't ask for a list. I want you to observe and know.
Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I am as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
The pub test today, guests helping with the dishes. Does that pass the pub test?
You'd think it'd be a wonderful thing. But maybe not. Someone's written into an advice column in the Washington Post saying that in their tiny, tiny kitchen, there's no room to stack dishes. They have a rhythm and they say to the guests, please don't do it, let me. But guests will always insist on helping, and it's not helpful. When we have book club, it's all girls. Everyone pitches in. It's understood that you relinquish control in your kitchen. There's something quite freeing about it. But other than that, I don't think I can. I think that I would rather just stack the dishes and deal with it later when everyone's gone. You say you do it surreptitiously.
I can't do the deal with later. I just do it as we're going, but I do it very discreetly. I'm very discreet.
And you
I'm
keep
like
the conversation
Mick Jagger,
going?
Womanising behind what's her name?
Jerry Hall's back. So the only thing broken is a heart, not plates.
Well, but she never noticed until he got too showy and started getting Brazilian supermodels pregnant. That's the problem.
But you can't stand anyone in your kitchen, you say?
No. But you know, if you get an ally that helps you stack the dishes, you know, they gather the plates together, separate the knives and forks and that sort of stuff. But you do it discreetly. It's easily.
Guests helping with the dishes. Does it pass the pub test?
No, because I like to do things in an orderly fashion, and if they do it wrong, I don't like it. Wash and then leave them sit there to dry, and I don't like that. I like them put away.
No, it doesn't pass the pub test. I just think they need to come over and just enjoy the company and the food and the drink and relax.
Rather than sit down, my husband and I have always got our rhythm to do it, so I prefer them to sit down because the kitchen's too small, so the more people go in there, it's really tight to actually do anything.
Yeah, no, it doesn't pass the pub test. I don't like anyone in the kitchen because I don't cook, but I clean up very well and orchestrate how the dishwasher is stacked. I don't want any interruption, so I'm with Jonesy.
There you go. Keep away from my dishwasher.
So it sounds like it's a great thing, everyone offering to help, but it's not always.
Not always.
Next time we'll do the how do you feel if someone brings a dish to the dinner party? A plate of food that's not asked for. We'll deal with that next time.
Oh, hang on. This is a new can
And
of worms.
flowers. If someone brings flowers and you've got 10 guests and you're holding a bunch of flowers, it's so much to unpack.
So much to unpack, so little time.
Podcast.
You are well loved. A lot of people have received the news of your hip replacement coming up in 2 weeks from now.
Monday week.
Monday week
I'm going in. I had the left one done 11 years ago. I was born with hip dysplasia, very slight hip dysplasia that hadn't been detected because the doctor for my first hip said, what's happened? Have you fallen off a horse? Have you been in a car accident? None of those things. Yep. But when he opened me up for the operation, he said, I can see what's gone on here.
You did fall off a wagon, remember that?
Many times. And then my right hip had dysplasia, government's dysplasia, but didn't have any arthritis. But now it does, and it's gone from being a slight niggle to being really painful. So it's time to do it.
I don't want you niggled.
Well, I am being niggled. And so, but I feel I'm really looking forward to it being over. I want to walk the dog. I want to, get my fitness back. I want to do all that kind of stuff. I don't want to, when you're in pain and you're walking with a limp, it just makes you feel old.
Indeed.
I'm sick of feeling old.
People are writing salutations and well wishes. Daryl Braithwaite, famous people are writing in. I hope you're okay, Amanda, and make a gentle recovery with not too much pain. Love, Daryl. Kiss, kiss.
If my 15-year-old self had heard that, I wouldn't have gotten over anything.
Leo Sayer, so sorry to hear that, Amanda. Best wishes for a full recovery. Leo Sayer, big heart.
Oh, he does have a big heart.
Overseas, John has written, best wishes, Amanda. I listen to you and Jonesy every afternoon from Pennsylvania.
Well, hello. That's a very nice thing.
He's sending much love and a big heart as well.
Oh, very nice.
Carmen Forster says, good luck, Amanda. I have had 2 hip replacements, one back in 2013, one back in 2021. My last one was done robotically and was less invasive, and the healing time was much quicker.
Imagine if Dexter did it.
Compatibility. You're talking about Dexter.
He's not working on my date.
You're talking about Dexter from
Married
Match.
Perfect Match.
Not the serial killer.
No, if a robot's doing it.
Yeah, of course. Mary Alex, you'll get through this, Amanda. No small children this time. That's true.
Well, that's the time. Last time I did it, I had 2 children under the age of 10. It was so hard to manoeuvre. This time life should be easier.
She's written, they are grown and can be a wonderful support at this time.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. No, well, one doesn't live at home, and the other one, we'll see. Yeah.
Veronica writes, good luck, Amanda. A dartboard with Jonesy's picture on it might help to relieve some stress.
That's some good advice.
That's a little bit harsh.
Good advice. Well, thank you, everyone. I'm feeling the love, and I really appreciate it. I know a lot of you have been through this, so, we're all on the journey together.
And I'm here with you.
And will we be giving away my old hip?
I think we should. We should do something with it. Do you want me to set up a little... a little chair in the hospital. So I'm sitting next to you. In the movies when they've got...
Like terms of endearment.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there next to you. I'm reading a book and you're there.
And I drift in and out of consciousness.
And I go, it's okay, I'm here. And I tend to your fevered brow.
That won't be required, but
I can do that if you want. I can, whatever you need, I can do for you.
I remember last time I came out of the general anaesthetic, I remember... I was picturing the opening titles to Family Guy, but it was you in a tuxedo going down the stairs in the musical opening to Family Guy.
Right, okay.
So I hope I don't see you in my dreams this time.
Less opioids this time for Amanda.
Or maybe I could have them now.
More opioids.
Jam Nation.
Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
Hello, we're into the AL zone.
We absolutely are, the Adam Lambert zone. Well, our next guest found fame in 2009, finishing as runner-up on American Idol. Since then, he sold over 3 million albums, 5 million singles worldwide, been the frontman for Queen since 2011, replacing Freddie Mercury. His new album, High Drama, is out now. It's a collection of the most extraordinarily fabulous covers. He's here now. Adam, hello.
Hi. And let's go through the songs. I just love the songs on High Drama.
Thank you.
Chandeliers, a local. This
That's
is great.
right,
Yeah. And Culture Club.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. How did you pick your faves?
There was a long list to start with, but the whole concept of this album is to take songs and completely rework them. So that that kind of helped me narrow it down. I needed to know, like, okay, I can do something special with this, with each song, and also I wanted songs on there that I could find some personal attachment to, with the storytelling in the lyrics. I wanted to be able to perform them as if they were written about my life. So that kind of helped me narrow it down even further. And I just wanted some variety on there. There's some like older throwbacks, there's some more contemporary stuff, there's kind of a bunch of different genres that we run in and out of, and I turned it all into a dramatic rock and roll fantasy.
Well, you do Sex on Fire, and I think that suits your voice perfectly.
Thank you. It's a great song. I was a little nervous about that one because the original record is like flawless, but we took it and we kind of turned it in this, like, it's a sort of a festival, like indie dance type treatment on that one. So I had fun with that.
Were there any that the record company rejected? Like, did you say you wanted to do a Karen Carpenter or something like that?
No, there were no. It was a really nice process, actually, because once we narrowed the list down, everybody was on board and we planned it, so we didn't waste any time in the studio doing stuff that wasn't going to make the album.
Agadoo didn't come up there.
No.
Or Crazy Frog.
No.
That could be something that Adam Lambert could do.
That's the follow-up.
Maybe an album of just clangers, like terrible novelty songs.
No one's ever done that, have they?
An album of clangers.
An album of novelty
crap songs.
Like an accomplished artist, like, you just hear me out here.
It's an interesting concept.
An accomplished artist like yourself does an album of clangers, like dreadful songs.
Flop songs. That's hilarious.
A pivot point.
It could be interesting. Yeah.
It could be interesting. Not writing this down, I say so.
Are you going to be touring this?
I don't know yet exactly. I'm doing some shows. We just announced like a big show in the UK. There's some stuff over in Europe over the summer. At some point, I will be putting a tour together.
It'd be an amazing tour.
I love. It's so nice to be back here after 3 years ago being here with Queen right before the pandemic. I love it down here. The energy down here is great. Everyone's friendly. It's great weather. It's always really positive, supportive audiences. So I'd like to come back down here and tour for sure. Yeah.
And with Queen again, is that?
I'd like to do a solo tour again down here because it's been a minute. It's been since like 2015.
Sure.
So that would be really fun.
Yeah.
When you first, as we said, were on American Idol in 2009, you were runner-up. Who came first?
This guy named Chris Allen.
Has he gone on to have success?
I don't know if there's had a ton of like mainstream success. I think he's still making music. He's a lovely guy, great talent.
Yeah. But you kind of beat him, really.
Lambert.
When you look at it, you've kind of beaten him.
It depends on how you look at it. Yeah.
I think we know how we do it.
Like, you're touring with Queen. You've got this.
You got a good gig.
You're doing the big stuff. You're doing the big stuff.
I wasn't aware that you were in a scene in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Very brief.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I don't have any dialogue. I'm literally, when Freddie and the band, they stop at a rest stop when they're on the bus, and he uses the payphone to call Mary. And I'm a trucker who gets out of the truck and kind of gives him the eye and walks to the bathroom and turns around and like, do you want to come in the bathroom with me? So that's me.
Brilliant.
I've seen that movie 1,000 times.
I cruised him, yeah. Well, I was kind of disguised. I had like a beard and a wig on, so I don't really look fully like me.
But how full circle is that story? That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're cracking onto Freddie Mercury.
I mean, I asked the director, I'm like, are you sure you don't want to do like an interior of the bathroom shot where we like get to it? He was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm like, damn. Damn.
That's enough for you.
It still wouldn't be a speaking part, just a pashing off part.
I'd be fine with that, yeah.
So this is your next. This this is your next pivot. Maybe that's
well,
something
actually,
else.
I have gotten into acting. I was just in a film called Fairyland that premiered at Sundance, and it's an indie film about a single gay father raising his daughter in San Francisco in the 70s.
Are you the father?
I'm one of the father's boyfriends.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
So I have some scenes towards the latter half of the movie, and I play a party boy who likes leather.
Yeah. Well, that's not
Was
like
it a stretch?
The leather did not stretch. No. Yeah. It was very tight.
That's just your weekend.
Yeah. Right.
Adam, it's great to talk to you. The latest album, High Drama, is out now to wherever you get your music from. And please consider our proposal, your album of clangers or, dud songs. This could be.
If anyone can sell it, you can.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It's a very strange compliment, but take it.
I like it. Yeah, I take it.
Thank you, Adam.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Every day we're giving away a family pass to the Easter show. You can also visit us at the Jonesy and Amanda Dodjams.
Yeah, our Dodgem cars. Dodjam cars. The Sydney Royal Easter Show, it's April 6 to 17. You can pre-purchase your tickets and save at eastershow.com.au or call us now.
We got tickets right now,
Get
right
a
here, right
family
now.
pass.
Just say, give us some tickets, 13 WSFM.
Jam Nation.
Yesterday we spoke about Jamie Lee Curtis, and she is nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And she was hilarious. And I think she spoke for a lot of us when she said why she won't be going to the nominees' dinner.
I'm going to tell you a secret right now. There is a nominees dinner on Thursday night that starts at 7:30, and I have declined. Now, you might say, Jamie, you're nominated for an Academy Award. You're going to be in the room with only nominees for the Academy Award, and I have declined. Why? Because Mommy goes to bed early, and because 7:30 is going to be 9 before we get food, and you know what? There's nothing good happening with me after 9 o'clock. Nothing. Zero.
I love that she's owning being an old coot. And she went even further yesterday. She said even more, and I just love it.
I'm going to just say this now as a taunt and as a suggestion. You too, do a matinee. Coldplay, do a matinee. What about a 12 noon concert, Coldplay? What about it? Bruce Springsteen, do a fucking matinee. You're old. Why wouldn't you let me come see you, Bruce Springsteen, in your glory days, pun intended, and do it at noon or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock matinee, theater in New York, 2 o'clock. I will come and hear your 5-hour concert, Bruce, at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to be home and in bed by 7:30.
True.
I've always said the same thing.
It's true.
My favourite music would be if it's just me and my girlfriends and I've got a cheese plate and there's a toilet nearby and it's on in the middle of the afternoon. That is my happy place.
Is that when you're going to see Pantera?
That's how I see Pantera and Skrillex.
When you're off to Slipknot.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
If you're our favourite ghoulie of the year, you win $20,000 cash. Wouldn't that be amazing? This is from the Hare and Forbes Machinery House. Just download the iHeartRadio app, go to WSFM, press the microphone, record your ghoulie.
What have we got?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. What gets my ghoulies is something that seems to be a new trend and on the increase. When you see people blowing all the grass clippings from their freshly mowed nature strip or footpath lawn area out into the middle of the road, or worse, right into the side of my car. If you're going to blow your mess all over our roads, at least have the courtesy to pause when cars are passing by. That's really getting my ghoulies.
It's true. Once you blow it into the middle of the road, it doesn't exist anymore.
Aren't you supposed to wrap it up and put it somewhere? Where do you put it? What's the ritual? I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't blow it onto the street, that's for sure. What else?
Hi, what gets my ghoulies? When there's already a shortage of parking spaces in the area and you find one guy who goes and parks in the middle of two spaces.
Oh.
Boy, that gets my ghoulies.
Mine too.
You know, she sounds like that high. Just listen, can we just hear that?
Hi.
She sounds like the female equivalent of Frank Walker.
Hi.
Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles.
Don't you think? Imagine them out together.
Hi.
Hello.
First dates.
Hi.
I think that'd be great.
Night on the tiles.
Don't tell Mrs. Walker. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you could always call that hotline. Download the iHeartRadio app.
Jam Nation.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a double pass to see Rod Stewart, The Hits at Today on the Green, Barrel, April 2. Going to be amazing. Cyndi Lauper, John Stevens are going to be there. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Jonesy demanded tea towel and 18th birthday key ring as well. Could be yours.
I was making lunch yesterday and I realised I'd become a person I never thought I'd be. I couldn't eat it until I'd put everything away. I was never that person, and now I'm that person.
You used to eat over your kitchen bench and it'd look like a tip.
Well, pretty much. That's who I was.
You're like a seagull.
Now I'm a different person. I don't know when that happened.
The tribal drum was beating, I've become that person.
What kind of monster have I become?
Here's Anne from Woonona.
Well, I've become that person that when you're in a restaurant and someone, either at your table or not at your table, leaves a bit of meat or gristle or something, I want to take it home for the dog. So I collect it, wrap it in a serviette and take it home for the dog.
You're putting food in your bag.
She said her family was horrified because their dad used to do it and they all hated it. So she said not just her table, but other tables.
And then again, I think of your bag.
Who knows what's in there?
It's got like tons of stuff.
Who knows what's in there?
Half-sucked fisherman's friends.
Of course.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
You never know when you need another go at it. Well, that's it. Ugly Phil's it's time to move on.
That's it.
Ugly Phil's up next. We are back tonight for Jam Nation. We'll catch you at 6.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.